Thank you, Brett. This is Brett Hill of Brett Hill. You've heard of his company. There's actually, I thought it was a company, not a person. It sounds too good to be true. But Brett has been really too good to be true for me in this way. You know, when I ran for mayor in 2010, I consider Brett Hill's fundraiser that he had here, not at this restaurant, just across the way, as a turning point in my campaign. His fundraiser really kicked it up a notch, and I could feel the momentum, and from there we just shot off. And it was a sprint, a real sprint. And the most amazing thing is, on election day, I was less than 0.5% behind. And hey, one more day, one more week, look, the election is pow. But I know one thing, you learn a lot when you lose. And I've learned what it takes to win. And this time, we are going to win. Yeah! And what I want to talk to you just briefly about is kind of my dream, my vision, my dream, my vision of what Honolulu can look like. And I want to talk about it because many of you in this room are, in terms of your professions, people who design and make our city better. And it's a little bit of what Neil Abercrombie talked about in terms of one project being 650 feet high over here, just right over here. For me, it's how do we live better in the urban core? How do we respect our INA and use our urban zone lands in a more dense way? Go higher, but greater setbacks. So you still have the Makamakai view so that when I go surfing with Marcus Oshiro over here or stand-up paddleboarding at Ala Moana, we can see the ko'olaus between the buildings. But we use our land efficiently. And the reason we do that is to preserve our outlying lands for ag and to be open, but to live better in the urban core. And when I say better, it's about infrastructure like rail, it's about our massive sewer infrastructure project, it's about road repaving, it's about filling potholes, it's about picking up our garbage, and it's about making our parks even better and putting more pocket parks. Thank you, Jim. For me, an ideal example of it right now is if you go over by Hokua, you can sit at Tango's, a great restaurant, and you can look at Mauka and you see a little pocket park. And right across from there is affordable housing, marketplace housing, done by Marshall Hung. Right next door is where Whole Foods was going to go, but we're going to have great commercial outlets there. And guess what? Right across the street is Ala Moana Beach Park, great surfing, have a picnic, swim laps. That's what our city should be like, all throughout the urban core. And when you do this, when you redesign your city around transit stations so that we can recreate our legacy neighborhoods like Waipahu, where I was born, and many others where rail is going to run, it means we can celebrate life together and create jobs, lots of jobs. Not just for today, not just building a system, but redesigning our city around these transit centers for decades to come. And if we do it right, at the end of it, we're going to have legacy neighborhoods that we remember when we were kids, where we're neighbors again, where we can actually get to know each other and maybe even have life slow down because we can get to work faster if we live closer to work. We can play, eat better, and be in parks and out in the ocean and celebrating what is best about all of us. So that is my dream. I believe that of the 3 people running, I have the most comprehensive view of what we should do on this island. I'm not a single issue guy. And I'm not saying I'm going to kill rail and that's all that matters. And I'm not saying I'm going to build rail even if we don't get the federal money. I believe we will get the federal money. I believe Dan does deliver. And you saw the good news recently. We got, the ability to start LONP, as these guys call it. So we can start about $200 million worth of construction, real construction. So we're off and running. But it's about all the other things that we need to do to make this city even better. I'm going to stay home here. I'm not going to see the world on your nickel or someone else's nickel. I believe we need to solve the problems here, and if I travel, it's only going to be when it's most critically needed to benefit our community by traveling. And I think, my problem is I talk too much. So I did want to thank, again, Brett Hill. Brian Mukai. Brian, can you just step out? I want you to meet Brian Mukai, who's with Brett. Just a wonderful guy. Brian recently had me getting up at like 5 o'clock to go run a biathlon around Ala Moana. He swam, I ran. Next time I'm swimming, he's running. And Greg Kodama, Greg, can you come out? This is the team of 3 who got this thing going. But you know, we cannot win this without even a greater team. And you're part of that team. You're here tonight. And I'm really honored by the fact that you are willing to step up. I know what it means. I'm not the sitting mayor. I'm someone who's going to be your next mayor. I want to work with you. But there's risk involved. And so you've spoken by being here tonight. And I'm honored, and I will not forget that you've done it. But I also want to tell you a little bit about the rest of my team. Part of it is the leadership. I don't know if Rick Sujimura is still here. Where's Rick? If you could just come forward, Rick. Rick is my campaign leader. In terms of high-level strategy, we've got Ray Soong over here, my poster, and also part of our strategy team. Former head of Department of Homelands. And Harry Matson. Where's Harry? There's Harry, right there. Harry Matson. These kids, you know, trained as young men in the final years of Governor Burns, and they carry the best that Burns carried in his heart for all of us. And they carry that forward. And I'm lucky to have them with me. There's a couple others who are not here today that I want to introduce. Mitchell Imanaka. Where's Mitchell? Where's Mitchell? Mitchell over in the side. Mitchell, who always wants to give the credit to everyone else, has agreed to chair my fundraising, and he's really ramped it up, and part of this event tonight is due to Mitchell's credit. So I'd like to give a round of applause for Mitchell. I think I have the best social media team you could ever want. And it starts with Neen's Faleafini. I don't know, where's Neen's? Neen's is in the back there. She, unbelievable. And with Neen's, we got Maka. Where's Maka? There's Maka, with Neen's doing it. And we got Hinano over here. So we have a team that is as best you'll find in this city, in this state, to get us over the top. And then finally, it's my supporters. You know, people who are sign waving today outside, people who are here, and all of you today. And then one thing that's really important to me, I could not do this without the support of my wife, Donna, here. Our daughter, Maya. My mother-in-law, Marjorie Tanoy. My sister, Candy, who's in the wheelchair over here. Husband, Peter Luscombe, who went Hilo Union with me. Peter over there. We got Dennis Kodama. We're here tonight partly because of the Kodama connection. You got, I don't know where DK is. Where's DK? He's around somewhere. Yeah, DK back there cooking. His older brother, Dennis, married Wendy Tanoy. Wendy, where are you? You in the back? Wendy? Where's Wendy? Oh, there, back there, Wendy Tanoy. And their 2 children. You want to come up and say a few words? Say something. Say hi.
Hi.
This is Nate. And Mie. I don't know where Mie is. Where's Mie? Mie, come up. Come show yourself. 2 wonderful little kids. They go to Hanahole with DK's kids and a whole bunch of other Steve Metter's kids. Steve is here. I'm trying to see. There's a whole Hanahole connection in this crowd today. Vernon. But anyway, I think I've spoken long enough. I wanted to, Donna's saying yes. So I want to say thank you so much. You are a cross-section of this community. We have labor, we have big business, we have small business, we have not-for-profits, and we have everyone else in between. You're my team. You're going to get me to become the next mayor. And together we're going to work to make this an even better place than it is today. Thank you so much, Mahalo.